Hello everyone, welcome back to Ilium Biology class number 32, and today in this video I'll tell you a mnemonic to remember the Krebs cycle. Now remembering Krebs cycle is a tough job. In this video I'll tell you a simple idea by which you can learn the Krebs cycle, but I'm not talking about all those intermediates of the Krebs cycle. I'll discuss only the important intermediates that are produced in Krebs cycle, plus I'll follow the basic NCERT. In order to remember the entire Krebs cycle, you have to just remember a single word called as Kesmo. This word Kesmo is sufficient enough for you to remember the entire Krebs cycle. See, C. The first alphabet is C, that means citric acid. The second alphabet is A, that means alpha ketoglutaric acid. Third one is S, that means succinic acid. Fourth is M, that means malic acid, and last is O, that is oxaloacetic acid. So this is the word Kesmo. Now, as we all know that oxaloacetic acid is the first member of the cycle and it reacts with the acetyl coenzyme A to form citric acid. It goes in this fashion. First of all, acetyl coenzyme A would react with oxaloacetic acid, a 4-carbon molecule, to form a 6-carbon molecule called as citric acid. This citric acid is converted to alpha Kg. Alpha Kg is converted to succinate. Succinate is converted to malate, and malate is converted to oxaloacetic acid. And that's how the cycle goes on and on. This is the basic cycle that you should remember. There are other intermediates also, but in case you remember this much also, then that is sufficient. So you have to remember this word Kesmo to remember the Krebs cycle. Now listen to this carefully. Now these are the basic steps: first, second, third and fourth step. Now, in order to remember the energy molecules that are produced during Krebs cycle, remember that on every step, that is the first, second and third and fourth step, on every step there would be reduction and reduction of NAD+. So on every step there would be reduction. But the only difference is in the third step the reduction is of FAD+ and not NAD+. In all the three steps, that is the first, second and fourth, NAD+ is reduced to NADH. In the second step, NAD+ is reduced to NADH. Fourth, also NAD+ is reduced to NADH. And in the third step, you have to remember that FAD+ is reduced to FADH. On every single step, there would be reduction, but in the third step, there would be reduction of FAD+ and not NAD+. This is the first thing that you have to remember. Now, citric acid is a 6-carbon molecule. Oxaloacetic acid is a 4-carbon molecule. That means there will be loss of 2 carbon during the cycle. The first decarboxylation occurs during conversion of citric acid to alpha Kg. Alpha Kg has got 5 carbon. That means there would be decarboxylation, that is removal of CO2. And in this successive step, there would be another decarboxylation. That means succinate has got 4 carbon, because there is another loss of carbon during the conversion of alpha Kg into succinate. So you have to remember that the first 2 steps of Krebs cycle there would be decarboxylation, and there won't be any decarboxylation after formation of succinate. And the last thing that you have to remember is that in this second step there would be formation of GTP or ATP. Herein either GTP or ATP would be formed, and that is the only step where GTP or ATP is formed. Otherwise there is no other step where you will find the formation of ATP or GTP. So this is sufficient to remember the entire Krebs cycle. That's it. Thanks a lot for watching us. Stay connected with us for more such interesting videos. Thank you.